where they do see a flyer, it's more personable. Yeah, seriously.
What time is it, right?
Six, what up? Another crazy one. Let's do it. I said, lost thoughts. I never thought I'd reach this point. Motherfuckers dragging on combos never reach the point. The music ain't that nice. We leaving fiends annoyed. That's why you in line. They really wanna fill the void. Like a hate Rob, when you gonna drop another album? Like bitch, I did 4 last year, and I've been about it. Fuck you, your family, climb up to that shitty mountain, steal everything in your cabinets from my liquor fountain. Lost the brain cells, still ain't fuck with them cops. The gang is all frail, really a bunch of some knots. The code is 101, we ain't just fuck with the ops. Said in 20s, hurting, watch my whole life on the block. I still don't know how I reached to the top. Motherfuckers tap the third, you can't reach me, I'm lost. I mean, just know the folks who aren't loyal to the cause. They ain't loyal just to me or anyone at all. I ain't playing with my drinking, and you shouldn't either, whether you just like it or not. Anything that I'm touching this year is going gold, so please just give me my props. Folks borrowing other styles and only to use that shit when they just have it in stock. 1780 been the thing, and Born Evil is the gang. I'm here just trying to pop. I'm taking another shot. I used to think my life was sweet. It was most kind of beats. Fuck her fast, take a bitch, and then swoop her off her feet. So nice, a low life. It is nothing but cold times. Put me in the survival of the fittest. You'll know me, Too many folks in my lane just need to step out. Too many nobodies out here just trying to bring the West out. Move from east out to south sack, it's a gangland. Catch folks in downtown, same hipster with Ray-Bans. Too many thoughts in my mind, always lost in my head. Looking back to my 20s, I wished I was dead. Depression is a motherfucker, and that's how it goes. Even crazier how supporters just so powerful will tower over my enemies. It's the only way. Taking 100 shots just to outdrink you for the damn day. Anybody in this shit, I'll give them a run for their pay. But most of these dudes are cowards, got nothing to say. I ain't playing with my drinking, and you shouldn't either, whether you just like it or not. Anything that I'm touching this year is going gold, so please just give me my props. Folks borrowing other styles and only to use that shit when they just have it in stock. 1780 been the thing, and Born Evil is the gang. I'm here just trying to pop and take another shot. What did I stumble upon? Hi guys. Habits still haven't changed. So what? People always see change, they don't see motivation. Hands big enough to control and hold the matrix. Too many people act like rappers and they go in places. Same reason that album ain't that good, they can't show its placement. Yo, they showed his placement. Shivering, broken, shoulder shaking. Yo, I show them greatness. Who's just right when they wrong? They only right when they fight. Ain't so bitter right now, resolve it way out of sight. It ain't a small claim, nah shit, but we've been through them long days. Cause you got little facts to prove that you right. Come through or really don't even just holler back. Cause it's for the cream or the hash or the dreams of gold or all of that. My brain done changed, yo. My thoughts go off, try to rearrange this space, yo. The shit shut off, so one day, another dollar, another one loss. Big facts, a new house, it pays just to be the boss. There you go, acting funky all the time. Trust that only check you if the shit was only mine. The pints are open now, they're gonna pop them when I shine. Sorry if I'm late, I'm getting lost up in my mind. Thinking, now how the hell we even gonna change this? The demons never lie. so I gotta face them. The mob ain't getting these ties, cause I made them. Trust the truth is disguised, we ain't celebrate fake wins. Therapy has been great. It is weird, but it's fake. If you know me for my ways, I ain't never gonna change. People gonna like me, or they won't. Folks will wanna hate me, cause I'm out here chasing my goals. I ain't have any family, now the shoulder's been cold. They just wanna just judge me, it's just all that I know. Marketing isn't easy, especially on the block. But I made it look easy, selling shit to these knocks. Grown full of strength that you could just never just want. I want my life back, and more or less from the sun. I got this fight back, and more or less from my son. These dudes is ops, no respect, we not connected to none. Let's get it. There you go, acting funky all the time. Trust that only check you if the shit was only mine. The pints are open now, they're gonna pop them when I shine. Sorry if I'm late, I'm getting lost up in my mind, thinking, now how the hell we even gonna change this? The demons never lie, so I gotta face them. The mob ain't getting these ties, cause I made them. Trust the truth is disguised, we ain't celebrate fake wins.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Big Body Bayne. Welcome to the Flex Up. Today we have an amazing guest, a Valley artist named Queen Stevie. Everybody give her Queen Stevie. Queen Stevie. So, Queen Stevie, tell people about yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
So what's up, everybody? My name is Queen Stevie. I'm from Fresno, California. I'm originator from the FNO. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm just an R&B singer. I can also transition to pop. I can also transition to hip hop. I rap. I sing. I do all the above. I even dance here and there. I opened up for Filthy Rich. I collabed with a lot of original artists from Fresno, California. I was also a nominee for Best New Artist for the Central Valley. You know, a lot of things under my belt, and yeah, so you can get to know me more during this interview, you know.
Yes, ma'am. If we're gonna start from the way back when, I remember, I think I went through your Instagram posting or some of your Facebook posts. You were actually a model before, right? A model / actor, right? Actress?
I was both, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit.
So yeah, I actually started off as modeling first. So how I actually got into modeling, I used to go to a lot of the raves out here, and at first, you know, I used to just go dress up all crazy and out, and then people stopped to take pictures of me and some of my friends. And when that started, it kind of just opened up a whole gateway of me for modeling. Because they wanted to take me out to San Francisco, they wanted to take me out to LA to go do these photo shoots, all the kinds of stuff. So from there, I started building a whole portfolio as a model. And then sooner I got deeper into modeling because I started modeling for Mark Blake for Fresno's first fashion show. And I got into more stuff. Like for instance, with my modeling, I'm getting back into that. I'm gonna be modeling for King's Entertainment, you know, or King's Culture, excuse me, King's Culture Entertainment clothing. And then so much more. I even modeled for jewelry on Instagram and stuff like that. And yeah, and then I actually got into acting as well. I was more of a background girl for acting, but the more I got into it, I just
like an extra or like a secondary cast.
Like an extra. Like first I was an extra, and then I started becoming more of a secondary cast. There is this movie, Apex Predators. You could find that on Amazon Prime. I have like a little scene, like literally just a face up of my face going, and that's it. But that opens up to a lot more opportunities, and I actually have enough under my portfolio to do more because I also acted And I also acted and also was a video vixen for a few music videos. For one, Michael Blue Eyes. For two, Mad Dog. Three, I believe RFB Zimba, a few other people that included me into their music videos, and it is such a, it's such an honor to have me doing that, and especially having me be a lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so cool. And then as well as my music videos as well.
So I have a question for you. What got you to transition from modeling and acting to music? What made that? What made you want to make that transition?
Well, okay, I've pretty much been involved in music my whole life, like
Okay.
literally. I was in music. I was in choir and band actually since sixth grade. I was like a huge choir girl, like huge choir girl, and that's been something that's been forever. And when it came to music, I always kind of just spent my time, studying it more and getting more in tune with it. Eventually, it became my life.
Yeah.
I didn't start getting more into music up until I worked as a promoter for B95. I was actually a street promoter, and
Awesome. That's pretty cool. Well, actually, sorry to me cut you off. How did you get that role? Like, how did you get that role? Like, hey, bro, like, what's up? My name is Queen Steve. Like, how did you get that role? Like, what did you do to get that role type stuff?
So basically, I was actually trying to get signed on by another artist out here, and that artist actually introduced me to a part-time job with B95, which was
Okay.
street promoting, and it was for the holiday jams and stuff like that. When they would get all kinds of artists at one event, and I would get into their VIP. I would, bring a guest with me for free, all of that stuff. So it was on and popping when I did that, and when I got to do that, I got to meet a lot of artists along the way. Like
Yeah.
like big artists like Big Sean, Lil Dicky, all of the above.
Whoa, you met LD, you met Big Sean,
I mean, all of
LD.
that, all of it.
Yo, Lil Dicky's one of the hardest. Honestly, guys, Lil Dicky to me is one of the hardest rappers to ever rap because he did it for like 2 seasons. Like, I quit.
He's so slept on. No, he is so slept on, but he is fucking hilarious, and I am also a huge fan of him too because his bars are just everything. You know what I mean?
Everything.
And
And
yeah,
not even the bar, just the structure of the bar, like how it's flow and cadence. Like whoa.
oh yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got to get to know all of these people, which caused a huge inspiration for me. And then but after that, I actually got more into modeling and acting. And
Okay.
then when I decided to I kind of just wanted a taste of all of the experience. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And then when I finally was ready to say, "Hey, I want to make my own music career," I was like, "All right, now I'm ready. I'm gonna just start dropping everything, just and see how it turns out." And it's turned out very successfully.
What was your first drop?
My first drop is actually a song called "Oldies," and it's an R&B song. That was literally like my first song ever. I made that back in 2018.
Okay.
And when I moved to Fresno back in either 2019 or 2020, that's when it started getting more popular throughout the people of Fresno. And my name started going out more, but I only had one track, so I was still
Yeah.
getting slept on a lot. So but by that time, I was like, okay, I need to get my game together. I need to make a music video. I need to make a bunch of performances. I need to do a lot of stuff to make up to all these veterans. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I pretty much did, and I'm like considered a veteran now, which is pretty cool. But I'm not even done. You know what I mean?
So I
So
remember you say you were a video vixen that you would do modeling and stuff. I went to some of your posts and I saw you had like a behind the scenes background picture with Afro Man. How was that experience?
oh God, yes. Okay, so back then when I was working for Nanners, I kind of had to help her out with hosting a bit and everything.
Mhm.
So with that being said, she kind of asked me in one occasion if I could meet Afro Man, kind of move around for him, and kind of show him about Fresno and stuff like that, answer any questions that he has with you. And then yeah, so I actually met him at the Gold Diggers Club over here in Fresno. The Gold Diggers Club is literally like 10 minutes away from my home.
Okay.
I wasn't even prepared myself, but I was like, you know what? This is Afro Man. Let me go. You know what I mean? Let me go handle that. And I sure did. You know what I mean? And I managed to get to know him well. Like I managed to get to know his manager well. And as well as, keep up a good name for my girl Nanners and stuff when she was my manager at the time. So it was pretty nice.
Honestly, Afro Man's pretty cool. I got to perform for him twice. One in Fresno and once in Visalia. Bro's cool. He's like really like an OG. Like if you had a picture of an OG or like a symbol of an OG, Afro Man's really like
He's that. I swear.
He's cool. He's really cool.
He's so funny. He's such a dork. I would have the pleasure of talking to him again, working with him. It would be so cool, whenever he decides to come back down to Fresno, or whenever I just meet him by coincidence. You know what I mean? So
So I remember you told me right now you just opened up for Filthy Rich. Have you ever like what performance? So look, how many performances have you had this year or last year? My bad, 2022, brand new year. How many performances did you have last year? Which one was your most favorable one? I remember I think I seen you at which one was it? It was at Full Circle, I believe.
I did a few at Full Circle actually. So the past year, ooh, that's a good one. I want to say I at least done like 8 to 10 shows the past year, and
Okay.
not just in Fresno. Like also in Vegas, also in LA. I haven't touched the Bay yet, but that's also something to come, as well as a lot of places out of state. So yeah, that's yeah. So far though, my favorite performance is the one that was hosted by Michael Carter, and it is the youth event that was put together, and just the cause of that and the vibes all around the room was everything for me. Like
Oh, really? How was it?
I've never felt so united as one in the city. You know what I mean? In that particular moment, so that was definitely one of my favorite ones.
I seen you did that one. I also seen you do the Stop the Violence one. How was the Stop the Violence?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The Stop the
Okay,
Violence
okay.
one. Yes.
Yeah,
Excuse me. I said
that one was pretty cool. I had a chance to do the first one. I'm thankful for being a part of that. It was a great cause. Honestly, right now, the way that this California, the world is moving right now is just crazy. So, honestly, guys, if you have problems, I'm not saying violence is the answer, but if you need to resort to violence, use these, bro. Use these things. Like Pop said on Friday, you fight, you might lose, but you live to fight another day. And boy,
honestly, ain't nobody think like that. Everybody thinks like punks right now, and you know what I mean. Like, but everybody, it's just crazy. It's just a crazy time right now. You know what I
so
mean?
let's get into some of your newest drops. Let's talk about some newest drops. I remember what got me into you was your Young, Pretty, and Reckless drop. That was Pretty Young Reckless, Young, Pretty Reckless. It was one of
Yes.
the. That drop was crazy. Talk about some of
Thank
your drops
you.
that you had this year or last year.
How many drops did I make?
Oh, just talk about some of them. Just talk about some of your most
Ooh.
memorable ones.
Okay, so definitely anywhere. Anywhere is my tribute to Aaliyah. Aaliyah has definitely been one of my idols. She's never been one to sexualize herself in any way. She's always rocked something baggy. She always rocked something comfortable and something she felt cool to move around. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
not too exposing and stuff, and very classy. And that's basically what I like my image to be: a very classy woman that's respectable and things like hold yourself like a queen. I feel like the title queen is so much more than just a title. It's definitely how you carry yourself and how you go about different people is what makes you a queen. You know what I mean? How you go about your people is what makes you a queen. You know what I mean? So um this is the good heart that you have. You give to your peoples, and then eventually the world gives back. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So yeah, definitely.
And what other drops did you do last year? I
I'm
keep
sorry, the
saying I
drops.
got to
That's
last
right.
year.
That's where we're going here.
You're good. You're
So
good.
yeah, I did Young Pretty Anywhere was definitely my favorite drop because again, Aaliyah, and
Mm-hmm.
then but the fact that that was so much catchy and it managed to get 1,000K views and 14,000 on Instagram, and
Oh,
that
that's
was
awesome.
just that was in one night. In one night, it was just so amazing. I was like, no fucking way. And I just woke up to everybody like, oh, this is raw. I need this on this radio station. I need this on this radio station. A rapper that's for Chiclet, the TikTok person,
Mm-hmm.
the one with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
His roommate is a rapper, and he has like a huge following. He said, "Hey, I want to promote your stuff. Like, send me your track." Buster Rhymes inboxed me saying, "Hey, I want to promote your shit. Send me your track." You know what I
Okay.
mean? All this stuff, and so that's also in the making right now. It's also in the works. So, like 2020 has huge things for me.
So in 2022, what kind of drops would be? What should we look from you? Like, are we looking for videos, concerts, or just straight music? Or
So,
all of the above.
So I'm gonna actually take a minute off of local concerts because I'm actually going on tour, and
Oh, awesome. Where are you going to on tour out?
yeah, so I'm gonna be touring in the East Coast actually, and it's definitely gonna be all over the East Coast. That side over there, Georgia, New York, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't name all the states right now, but it's about 8 to 10 states that I'm
That's
gonna be
pretty cool.
traveling.
How do you feel
Yeah,
about that?
I'm sorry.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've only ever been out of state one time. You know what I mean? So that's going to be such a huge experience for me. But as of the moment, I'm not going to be doing live concerts at home. I'm just going to be saving that energy for when I go on tour and making sure I have these singles drop, drop, and drop. You know, for my preparation.
You have a lot of preparation. That's a big right there. That's a big stepping stone. Right? Congratulations. Give me a little nothing on that. Boop.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. So, what's the next drop we should be listening to? Like, what should we be looking out for, Queen Stevie? Like, ooh, like this song's coming out. Ooh, like this is coming out. What's the next step for you?
Oh, okay. So there's a song called "Touch Me," right? And this song is basically like a sample of Avant's "Read Your Mind." I could read your mind, babe. Know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like the beat is so raw, it's so catchy. Oh my, it's like it has like a bounce to it, everything like, and the way that I just pretty much flow to that, everybody in the studio was feeling it as soon as I got done with it, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a straight up hit. And then there's another one that I'm doing with Hollywood King. I'm actually doing like three more with Hollywood King, and
Okay.
there are going to be some club bangers. One of them is called Shake That, and that's these three tracks I'm gonna be like rapping. Like
Oh, you're
I'm
a
not
rapper?
really as you know I only rap a little bit. Like a
Yes.
little I'm only comfortable, but I'm getting more and more comfortable as I'm like getting into the game, you know what I mean? And having all these homies in the game and everything and it's fitting pretty well for me. It's pretty much it's I'm excited for it honestly because the moment that these hit my tour, the moment that these hit concert and everything, it's so lit.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right here. We're gonna do my favorite part of the fucking podcast. We're doing three random questions with Big Body Bayne. I'm gonna ask you three random questions, completely left field, completely right field, midfield. Doesn't matter where. It's going to be on the field. You have 30 seconds to answer each question. If you don't, you're going to get a. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. First question: how do you feel about the bar? These are not edibles, though they're chocolate chip cookies.
The what? These are chocolate chip cookies?
Yes. I
How do
know
I
they're on
feel
TikTok.
about the
There's a new
bar?
TikTok song. It says, I just looked up some chocolate chip boogies. Those are not edible. Those are chocolate chip cookies. How do you feel about that in rap nowadays?
I have no idea what even the hell that is. Like,
uh,
how
at
you
least be
said
honest. I
that?
appreciate the honesty. All right.
Yeah.
Number two, Tapatio or Tabasco?
Ooh, tapatio.
Oh,
Tapatio.
no, mom missed one.
Tabasco's not that hot. It's more salty. It's not hot.
That's honestly, I feel you because my girlfriend, she eats Tapatio and everything. I'm like, bro, we can turn to a little Tapatio monster. She says, I'm like, yo.
Tapatio on everything, on eggs, on noodles, on every motherfucking thing, everything.
Yo.
If it's not that, it's Cristal. If there's not that, it's Cristal. But it's definitely not that other one.
No
I'm used
Tabasco?
to that other one too. Huh?
No Tabasco? Oh,
Tabasco's all right. I mean, if you're having that with like jumbo and stuff like that, that's where it goes. You know what I mean? But other
yeah.
than that, tapatio, I'm just a hood kid. So tapatio goes on noodles. Tapatio goes on eggs. It go on everything. You know what I mean? It's just on top. It's just on top.
Sheesh. All right, question number three. Butterfingers, Snickers, or Twix?
Ooh, I'm in between Snickers and Twix. I'm not much of a peanut butter person,
Okay.
so definitely Twix and Snickers. But if I gotta choose one, it's Snickers because I'm
We
hungry.
almost out of time. That was the only guy, but you didn't, so I'm pretty proud of you to get an eh. All right. So you say you're going on tour. Who are you going on tour? Who are you going on tour with?
So I'm going on tour with Young Merc and Therm B2 Fly.
Okay.
Yeah. So these two are very popular guys on the internet and everything. They're actually viral rappers and they keep it low key here in the town, but they're out there. They're very much
Okay.
out there. I can't wait to join them. It's gonna be awesome.
That's pretty cool. So with you doing concerts, how do you prepare for a concert? Like what goes through your mind before you hit the stage?
You know, it's crazy. Like I said, in my all my years of choir and stuff like that, it's like I don't really get that nervous anymore. And even when I do notice a big ass crowd and I have to prepare myself, I kind of just shake it around. I jump around. I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like kind of like you're getting ready for a fight. You put your hair up and all that stuff. Like all that stuff. Like I get my blood pumping like that, and then I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna fuck this up. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like you have to have that savage mentality for people to believe that you're that savage. You know what I mean? So yeah, that attitude and everything is a plus. If you show yourself that much respect, you get that much respect. You know what I mean? So
I understand. I understand. What motivates you? Like, what's been your motivating factor? Because I've been noticing, I've been paying attention to you. You've been on a straight tear lately. Like, whatever you're doing, you make sure you put it down, like in the dirt, killing it. Like, what's been your motivation lately?
thank you, thank you. I'm a Mexican. I gotta work and I just get it done. You know what I
Yo,
mean? Like, you know what I mean? I come from my grandfather. He is an immigrant straight out of Mexico, and he came here with nothing but a backpack on his back when he was 15 years old. And from then, him himself has gained property, gained his own business, gained properties in Mexico. You know what I mean? Every day he at least makes sure that he lays down with 300 in his pocket. You know what I mean? And
that's
with
beautiful.
his mentality like that, he always instilled you have to hustle, you have to be successful. In the music industry is not really what they had in mind. You know what I mean? They come over here expecting their kids to be some type of doctor, or, some stuff like that. But my goal is to be very successful in the entertainment industry, no matter where I'm going, whether it's acting, whether it's modeling, whether it's singing. I know I can conquer it all. So that's pretty much what
So,
it
being a
is.
doctor doesn't interest you? Like, yeah, you don't have any other interests outside of music?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely into sales and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
For instance, like I want to invest in myself being an insurance agent and a real estate agent. And then with that, with the money that I get towards that, I kind of want to fund into my local businesses, which is like, the local vendors that you go at these events and you see these
Yeah.
tables and stuff like that. If I say, hey, I want to invest in your business so you could push more, that's pretty much what I want to do for a portion of back, for a percentage back. You know what I
Honestly,
mean?
your drive and determination reminds me of the first guest I had on here. Shout out to Gemini. Shout out to Born Evil. Born Evil Drip. Make sure you go through the bus to get some. But no, he told me his dad was the motivation. He said his dad again was a Mexican. I don't know if it's a. I can say Mexican. He was a Mexican worker, right? But he just worked. He said he's worked hard, whatever it is, and that's where he got the
Yeah.
drive from. So that's pretty cool. You guys have like a lot. Like that's pretty cool and calming. Like that's I don't know. I honestly really like that's I guess we'll say honorable. Like that's pretty cool. Like yeah, go out there and go get it. That's determination. Right there. Like no one gave you a bag. You can make your own bag by yourself, so you can provide for your family. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you just have to have a hard head like that. You know what I mean? And even if you're tired, you can't remind yourself that you're tired. You have to be like, no, I have to get this done, and then it's done. You know what I mean? So yeah,
And
that's
so you just mentioned entrepreneurship and sales. How do you feel about crypto and NFTs? If you know anything about it.
Ooh, I know more about crypto than NFTs. I'm barely getting into stuff like that
Okay.
myself. Because it just seems like there's a whole new way to invest every single time you look into the internet. Um, but I'm not sure how to feel about that if I gotta be honest. I don't know too much about that, but crypto I do know about. There's literally artists that make their own crypto, like Doja Cat literally made her own crypto. So hella people are like investing into Doja Cat like as we speak. That's also something that I also want to get into as well once I'm like up there after this tour. And I guarantee it's gonna be after this tour.
Honestly, so a little sidebar, guys. We're living in a renaissance age where back in the like I think like 1700s, 1600s, where classical music and art and like Michelangelo, the Da Vinci's, how their art was and how it's now so valued. That's the age we're moving into. We're moving into the technological renaissance age where you could make a freaking ape. You can make the same ape 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but you paid $250,000 per ape. Bro, if I knew that, I would have for sure been in art class for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel that 100%. And people are even doing that with music. So that's also another thing that I'm looking forward to as well, to get more information about that. It's like, it's amazing the ways that you can invest nowadays.
The money's everywhere nowadays. Is multiplying and just getting bigger by the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking about money, do you have any labels looking at you right now? If you are, you don't have to say anything. What labels there are of anything? I understand how that goes. But are people looking into like investing in Queen Stevie?
I have a few investors. I
Okay.
do. I have a few investors I can't really name yet, but
Yeah.
I do have a few investors. I'm not going to say a label because I'm not even sure if there's label behind them, but I do know for a fact that they are very, very fortunate people that want to invest in me and pretty much believe in, my vision and everything. I'm very fortunate for that. So it's just all pretty much growth from where it goes from here. You know what I mean? I don't like to make too much predictions. I don't even like to say too much because I wait until it goes down. You know what I mean? Just so it ain't jinxed like that.
If
You
you
know, so like
take it out there, people with negative energy is gonna go pew.
yeah. But other than that, yeah, I have a few investors. I have a few people looking at me so far that I could see, but I'm not gonna go all the way through there until I know for sure after this tour, and I know for sure it's gonna be on and popping. So yeah, it's just a lot more to look forward to. So if you guys, that ones that's watching right now, have the time to go look me up underscore I am Queen Stevie official on Instagram, or you can also look me up on YouTube under Queen Stevie, and you're gonna see all my performances, all my lives, all my songs, my singles, everything you'll need to look forward to, and you will also see footage of this tour. So keep tuned.
Man, the tour, that sounds crazy. You said it's gonna be in New York and Georgia as well.
Okay, so New York, Miami, Atlanta, Texas, Chicago is gonna be
So a lot of
so
like the
many
main meccas of
places.
music, like you're gonna like you like the metropolis of music, like the Atlanta's popping, the
Oh
Miami's
yeah.
sure it's popping, Texas, you finna get lucky in Texas.
Man, I'm excited. I'm like, like you know,
Flex
I'm
on them then.
excited to go over there and go stupid. Like it's a whole other style than California for sure. People will look at me like Cali, you know what I mean? But I'm excited to go see the whole other experience because you just never know what you're gonna run into when you leave hometown. You know what I mean? When you
Yeah.
leave and get these new experiences, it could be a blessing sometimes. You know what I mean? So
So
I'm looking forward to it.
I do have a question. Since you seem to be on the right path, doing the right moves, to other local artists, it's not even Fresno's, local artists around the world, what do you have to say to them? Like, hey, bro, like, what's like, almost like advice and tips, like you should keep going and do this, or like, what would you do if you're like starting again?
Keep pushing yourself. Don't try to look for a manager. Don't try to look for a producer, or no, I'm sorry, not a producer, a promoter. Don't try to look for none of that. Keep on doing yourself, and the more that you open doors for yourself, people will open their own doors for you. Like I said, in the industry, you'll know who to fuck with and who to not fuck with, who will look good off for you and who will make you look bad. You know what I mean? And it's just a whole trials and tribulations that you have to figure out. That's just the industry itself. You know what I mean? But it's a learning lesson. It's literally just like crawling all the way to walking. You know what I mean? And up until you're running, and you're running fast up there.
Hey,
You know?
trust me, I am learning that again as an adult from being. If you guys follow me, guys, you guys don't follow me, let you guys know. Broke my leg in September. I'm almost 100% walking again, but I definitely can't run because if I try to run, I'm going to fall and probably will cry for my mama.
Oh boy. But
Well,
yeah, no, just the experience itself is such a roller coaster. And what I gotta say to all the independent artists in the world is, if you listen to Russ at all, keep on listening to his advice and push yourself, because at the end of the day, you will not have money to owe nobody. You will not have no share, none of that. This is all you invested into you. The more that you work on you and you believe in your own vision, the more that you motivate other people to believe in your vision. And when they look at you, they're going to see money. Literally.
man, money, money, money. Like Wu Tang said, cash rules everything around me. Clean, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah. And then what I like to keep as kind of like a motivation and as sort of a way to encourage myself, I like to tell myself and people around me, like, dude, I'm a walking investment. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm a walking investment.
You're a walking
And
business.
I know what my talents are. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my image is, all of this stuff. You know what I mean? A person would be very smart to invest in me and to believe that I can carry out what I have planned, because it's like, again, there's so much planned. It's not even it's not even a doubt anymore. This is gonna take place, you know. So it's up, man.
Yes, ma'am. So for the people who are watching who aren't tuned in with you, where can they find you at? I know you said it before. Where can they find you at? Tell them real quick. We can find them at on Instagram, YouTube. Where can we find you at?
Okay, so again, you can find me on YouTube under Queen Stevie. You can find me on Instagram underscore I am Queen Stevie official. You can look me up on SoundCloud under Queen Stevie. You can look me up on Twitter underscore the Queen Stevie. And you can also look me up on DistroKid under Queen Stevie. You can look me up on Spotify and under Spotify and Pandora under Queen Stevie or Stevie B the Queen. Stevie B the Queen was actually my first name coming out into the industry. But I felt like that was just too much. Stevie B the Queen. It was like 4 syllables. So it was like, no, let me just cut it short to Queen Stevie.
Whoa. Big Body Bayne is 4 syllables. Wait a minute.
Big Body Bayne. That's 3, sir.
Big Body Bayne.
Big Body Bayne.
Yeah, okay, Big Body Bayne. Mr. Big Body Flex.
Oh well, it fits you. It fits you because you could say like Big Body Bayne. You know what I mean? Like you could just like roll it out like that. But Stevie B the Queen is kind of like going left and right. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, let's just keep it straight and simple, Queen Stevie. You know,
yes,
so.
Man. Well, I really do appreciate you for coming on the show, Queen Stevie. Do you have any last words you want to say to your fans or people who might become your fans?
Yes. So I just want to tell everybody thank you for following me and thank you for taking me here thus far. Yeah, my son's all trying to get into the screen. But yes, I want to thank everybody for following me thus far. And if you're barely following me now because of this podcast, definitely know that you have a lot more in store, that you have a lot more to see. I'm definitely bringing a whole new style to the industry. It's not going to be just, dancing, twerking, all of that stuff. We're bringing queens back into the scene. So we're going to do this. So we're going to do this right now.
Well, thank you. I see your son's being really energetic right now. Go play with him. Go play some basketball with him, man. Thank you for coming to the stream. Honestly, I had a blast with you. Again, shout out to Born Evil. Make sure you guys get your Born Evil drip. Go to the website, get your fucking drip. Don't get your fucking drip. You're a fucking loser. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, go support Born Evil, guys. Thank you for coming to the Flex Up. It's your boy, Mr. Big Body